we should be in art, that we listen to our hearts more than our head. It's not the first time you've been on my mind when the lights are low. Shadows on the walls, all of your missed calls. I just want you to know we're fighting our flaws. Is this the last cause? Wake me up when it's late and you can't sleep. Your love made promises it could not keep. It's not the first time you've been on my mind when the lights are low. Shadows on the walls, all of these missed calls. I just want you to know we're fighting our flaws. Is this the last? Maybe it's best if you never know. We all got those we can let go. Maybe it's best if you never know. We all got those we can let go. We're fighting our flaws. Is this the last? Maybe it's best if you never know. We all got goals we can let go. Maybe it's best if you never know. We all got goals we can let go.
Hey, we're Parachute Foundation. This is our What the Funk session. I'm Kevin, this is Tom, and this is Jay. Yeah, so three of us have known each other for like a good 10 years, I'd say, from like school days and going on awful lads holidays. And yeah, we always just liked music, and then I think like we messed around for a long time and got to the point where we thought maybe we could start a band. We didn't know anyone else who was like as sad as us and actually wanted to start a band, so we just kind of waited outside Lipper and kidnapped Jay and another member called Paul. I think the Liverpool scene's great and always is. I feel like for such a small city compared to London or Manchester, there's always a great band or a great artist knocking around, and I think it's no different today, man. Circaways, Wombats, Night Cafe, there's so many knocking around. I'd say very supportive. I think, you know, that's just embedded in being a Scouser. I feel like everyone tries to help each other out because, you know, everyone, you know, sometimes we're the underdog, and everyone likes an underdog, and I think like all our best friends are all Scouts bands, so yeah, we'd say so. A 100%. I don't think that we'd be here now without BBC introducing, whether it be Merseyside or whether it be in London with Radio 1. I feel like back in the day, probably like just over a year ago, we wrote a song and we just put it on SoundCloud as, you know, a bit of a joke really, and a week later it'd been playlisted by Introducing at Radio 1 and they asked us to play Red and Leeds, so huge help. That was all through BBC Introducing, so you know, we put that song on SoundCloud and got an email about 7 days later just saying, and we thought it was maybe one of our friends kind of just made a fake BBC intro email up, but it wasn't. And yeah, our first ever show was BBC introducing stage at Reading.
I'm going to say Reading to that one.
Yeah, I couldn't possibly slag the North off, so I go depending on weather. Weather played a huge part for us. The sun has been out twice in Reading, and it kind of snowed in Leeds when we played there, so the weather helps a lot. %. I feel like an agency like Primary, as soon as we found that they were interested, we kind of also thought it was a joke email again. But yeah, them guys are so supportive of us, and they've got every great indie band and every great artist on their roster. So, you know, the fact that they can put us on with these amazing bands that we love is a huge help for us, man. Yeah, we just came off a few dates within Heaven. Yeah, it was good because we hadn't played live for a while, so it was nice to actually get out and be playing again. And yeah, they were really nice to us, man. I mean, I don't drink, so I was in bed for like 10 most nights, but it was a good few dates for us, man. Okay, so I write the songs on my own, and then I'll come to band with the guitar and just play the chord progressions, the melody, and the lyrics to the boys, and then obviously they're all great at what they do and jump into it and jump on top of it, and it becomes Parachute Foundation. Okay, so our new single London is a song about a long distance breakup that I feel like I went through for about 12 years. And yeah, it's about a breakup, but the difference was that, you know, you could never see this person again. It was the fact that you were 200 miles away, so you might never see this person again. It's a sad song. Yeah, so as part of our London release, we are going to play Byers in Liverpool, our hometown, on the 16th of December, so that's a big one for us. I feel like with it being so close to Christmas, we're going to have to do some kind of cover, but, you know, come and we'll surprise you. That's going to be hard to say without upsetting somebody. One time we got absolutely nothing, and I think the fella ran the Asda halfway through and got us 6 bottles of water and passed us on while we were on stage. So like, say we were like this, we were actually passing them down the line as we were on. I'd say that was probably the worst.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend to be cool. I loved the first series, and I lived in London at the time, and I think that like the first thing you do notice is how great the tunes are on it. So I think that like whether you're a fan or not, I feel like if you'd have asked me 4 years ago, would my band be on it a few years, then I'd probably laughed. So yeah, it's a huge deal for us. We're pretty new to all the fan stuff. I mean, it's still, when someone asks for a photo, that still freaks me out because we're losers kind of thing. I don't know if it was Tom or Jay, but we played in London once, and then we were in a Sainsbury's like half a mile away from the actual venue. And yeah, we got a selfie next to some mangoes, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was pretty as mad as it gets, to be honest. 100% probably our drummer John and this guy called Jay. Yeah, in the nicest way possible, they talk some absolute nonsense sometimes. I'm not too sure about an album. I feel like that's our dream kind of one day, but I feel like we always say that we have to make sure that every song we write is perfect as we possibly can get it. And I feel like if somebody offered us a deal to get an album out halfway through next year, then I'd want to make sure we had 10 or 12 perfect songs rather than 6 very average ones and 6 okay ones, man. So it's all about patience with us. Our last gig booked is the next one, and which is December 16th for London. And I feel like we've kind of promised ourselves 2 months to kind of go back under the radar and maybe write some tunes for if the album ever came around, then we'd have enough stuff in the basket ready to go, rather than just be playing shows and shows after show. And for us, I feel like writing is such a big thing that we need to make sure we're doing.